And we're back. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting.
Ah, great. It's still in one piece. Hold on. Help me out with Maxwell.
I help Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell.
Woof. Woof. Alright, your turn.
Brian hands me a lime green life vest. I know how to swim, Brian.
Suit yourself.
Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks.
You kids want to fish?
I'm good with just throwing rocks in the water. Amanda holds a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water.
Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them.
Hey.
Is that what we're doing?
Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane.
We're gonna go explore the woods and look at bugs and stuff.
Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Man, that kid sounds a lot like me.
Brian puts the life vest around himself and we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place, looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. I've gone fishing before myself, right? And it's kind of relaxing. It's fairly boring, but not in like a bad way, just in like a chill way. It's chill boring, basically, is the way I'd describe fishing. Reading out loud about it is just mind-bendingly, yeah.
Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about.
Still a gambling man?
You know it.
Let's see who can catch more fish.
Is this where You can catch more than one? Is this where I play another pointless minigame? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously.
I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn.
Custody of our children?
More than that. Let's say, if I win, I get a weed whacker.
The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition.
But, if you win, you get my pole saw. The Reach and Cut 3000.
The cordless version?
That's the one.
Shit. The Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but there are those hard to reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will be one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff that I can't quite follow with his fishing pole he casts into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and the pole in my hand. Brian, the game of fishing is all about psychological warfare. Watch this. I look out onto the serene, undisturbed lake. Hey, fish. Fuck you. I turn my attention, Brian. I turn my attention, Brian. That'll show him. Now what? Tie a knot. Meditate? Okay. I close my eyes and relax my muscles. I clear my mind of all thoughts and focus on taking deep, even breaths.
What are you doing?
I'm meditating. It's an exercise in mindfulness and positive visualization. Oh, poop. It often helps me to use a calming mantra while I'm meditating. I'm going to kick Brian's ass. I am better than Brian. Brian will never beat me. I am the superior, period, dad, etc. I think I'm ready. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can. Who proofread this? And the lure flies off the line and sails as far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down.
Ha! Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure.
Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot.
Fishing around here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of them, the same species, and...
wait, you're giving me a match fucking 3? I need to match 3 of the same species. I can't tell them apart.
Match that fish. Nice catch.
Fucking kidding me.
That's the largemouth bass, a popular sports fish, made and famous by the...
Now you're fishing.
Fuck, they do all look really similar.
Match of the day. Now you're fishing.
Okay, well this is stupid and pointless and stupid and stupid and stupid and pointless and really lame, and
Nice match.
God damn it, they're all moving and shit, and it's annoying. And it's stupid. It's stupid.
Nice catch. Nice match. Nice catch. Now you're fishing. Match of the day.
I mean, this is like the laziest fucking
Nice catch.
thing.
Match of the day.
Where it's just like, hey, what should we do? And it's like, let's just copy Candy Crush. You know, that people know Candy Crush, that'll be funny. It's like, no, it wasn't funny. It's just lazy and stupid. I don't fucking know. Is there anywhere I can... Are the bubbles helping me? I can't see anything here. Oh.
Match of the day. Match of the day.
Am I being overly grumpy about this shit? Because it is stupid, right?
Now you're fishing. Catch of the day. Nice catch.
Good work.
Thank you. It was super fun.
Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian.
Oh, I look over to Brian. Whoops. Like, the fact that they chose match 3 for fishing. I mean, how different... There are so many games that you could mimic to do fishing, and you go for fucking match 3. Jesus Christ. Who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake? I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug upwards. It's got nothing to do with the story, even. You know, if you were like trying to catch a certain number of fish, and there was some indication of how well or badly you did, it's just pointless. Oh God, I think I got something big. The tip of the pole dips down repeatedly, and the line starts to run.
Reel it in.
I finally get the fish. Right up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net.
It's all yours.
I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian's caught. The pole saw is mine. The entire canoe tips over with me, because that wasn't fucking obviously going to happen. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. I'm finally dragged upward, sputtering water. All of our gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time.
You're alright?
Does that count as one?
Well, seeing as all our fish are now swimming back safely in the wake, I guess so.
But Brian laughs.
Let's get you to shore.
Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glisten in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring.
I'm gonna get a fire going so it can dry off. Want a hand be yours?
Yeah, okay. Reluctantly, I take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life, or any sit-ups at all. Really, another thing you bested me in, stupid sexy Brian. Okay, I guess. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we have.
The day's young. We can fish from the shore.
Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge.
We're probably gonna have to put the kibosh on the competition for now.
Until another day. My stomach growls.
I don't know about that.
You hungry?
Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars.
I have a small child. I'm flushed with snacks.
Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo short granola.
And now we're back to waiting.
Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now?
I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids.
That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They've probably established a small rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. I take a look around the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distant distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. Man, it's almost like comedy, except for not.
Here you go, bud.
Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. I've done quite a few torture sheepdogs, and I can honestly say that the writing in this is boring as fuck. I've always hated how this stuff smells, and it's also mostly unrealistic of how people communicate with each other.
Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside.
Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors. Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks up at me expectantly. Fake out throw. I wind up and pretend to throw the stick. Maxwell runs away for a second and then looks around confused. Brian and I laugh. I laugh like this, ha, and he laughs in a very weird way. I toss the stick to Maxwell for real, and he jumps up to catch it in his mouth.
Is it a little messed up that we're taking advantage of a dog's inherent trust in humans for our own amusement?
Huh. Maxwell, get over here. I got to make it up to you. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Scratch behind his ear. I give Maxwell some nice little scratches behind his floppy ears. He responds in kind by licking my face.
He really likes you. Be careful, he's gonna try to follow you home if you keep it up.
I scratch Maxwell's ears more intensely. I'm gonna steal your dog, Brian. We both laugh, but I'm only kind of kidding. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad. Bard Patrol. I'm going to have to issue both a citation and demand you put your shirts on. There are children present. Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. There was no indication aside from like a one line of like, hey, I find Brian attractive. It literally like we were just talking and he was not distracted at all. So, you know, awesome. Where have you guys? There's better establishment of romance in literally every other game. Even the crappy games I've played, even like minor, major, minor. You know, there was better romantic establishment and character establishment. This main character is bland as fuck and changeable to the nth degree. Jesus. Okay. On that happy note, let's end the episode here.